that I faced in my group throughout the process and the performance were: I had a lot of ideas for the piece as it was my interview that was chosen. I have good experience in dance/movement. I got on with everybody in my group well. We had a really good storyline, so it was easy to have a lot of ideas. The story was actually personal to me, so I found it really easy to connect to the performance. Also, I think a strength was the prop that we used, because it was really effective and it helped us deliver the message we were trying to get across to the audience. Some weaknesses that I experienced in my group was that on the actual day of performance, one of my members of my group was sadly unable to perform. During the process, I sometimes had tension with a few others in the group, because there were a lot of strong personalities and we all had a lot of ideas and we all just wanted to make it the best it could be. I was sometimes unfocused and unproductive and got off task and went over to other groups. I was also ill off college for a few days, which affected my group because I wasn't here to be able to run it through the whole way with them. I was really quite uncomfortable with the acting side of this performance as well, because I'm not an actor at all, and having to do that and go for such a contrast from dancing to acting I found quite difficult. Some opportunities that I faced in my group was that, again, one member of my group was sadly unable to perform, so this gave me the opportunity to solve the problem by teaching somebody else the parts that that person would have done. So I had to teach another member of WAPA the duets that I would have done with my original partner. I had the opportunity to work with the second year, who was the person who filled in for the person in my group that couldn't perform. I also had the opportunity, when teaching that second year, the performance, to work with a member of staff from HE, which was really good because they gave us, she gave us an outside perspective and how we can improve and how we can make it look good in the short amount of time that we had. But it really gave us the opportunity to adapt to the new situation and adapt to having to just quickly change and it be somebody else. Some threats that we experienced throughout the process was that during the process we ran out of lines to use from the interview, so I had to conduct another interview with my mum, asking more questions that would help us with our scene. Again, the member of our group not being in threatened our performance because we were only told minutes before the actual performance that they weren't going to be able to be in it, so that did threaten our performance quite a bit. We also weren't allowed to wear shoes during the performance. This affected my turning in the piece. I was also extremely emotional before going on stage because of being stressed out from the member not being able to attend, which definitely had a massive impact on my performance, as although I managed to adapt to the situation in the end, I still wasn't completely comfortable and secure in my own head. So this definitely threatened my performance a lot. And I also wasn't used to working with actors as I'm a dancer, so being put in a group with more actors than dancers was difficult to adapt to start with.